What is up, my little Danos? Websisi, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are here for my Week 6 battle for the Ubers Draft League when I go up against the one and only Nexus. And this has been somebody that I really wanted to play ever since I had even an opportunity to play in the same league with him at the same time. And I watched him. How long have I watched him? Probably I watched him since like 2016. So I've been seeing him as a. I watched his content for a long time, so it's really cool opportunity for me to play him. But he has a terrifying team, as you can see. And the one Pokemon that I was expecting to come that didn't show up. Which one is it? Sneasler. So Manaphy comes over the Sneasler. So we see the Magirna, and his Terra Captain is the Salamence, which is Terra Electric. Which kind of made sense. It was probably gonna be Electric or Ground versus me. He chose the Electric to cover the Almomola better while being immune to Prankster Thunder Wave. Then he has the Manaphy, Yuxi, which is probably gonna be like a Rocky Helmet set. And Necrozma Dawnwings. Because there's no Sneasler, I think the Necrozma Dawnwings is probably more likely to be Choice Scarf. I'm gonna be leading with my Life Orb Modest Terra Ghost Thunder Hysteria, which is here to be a dedicated wall breaker. And I went with Modest Nature because it gives me way better odds to kill Tinglu with +2 Crash Knot if that would be his lead. But he leads out with the Manaphy instead, okay. Which is fine by me. I could just go for attack here, I think. Do I want to Terralize yet? That's the question. I think I'll just go for a Thunderbolt. I could also go for a Nasty Plot and Terralize. Just to cover like an Ice Beam better. I think I go for Terra Ghost and Nasty Plot and expect the Tinglu to come in. I'll do that. He could be Wakamberry with this. He could also be Mental Herb to cover like Encore from Iron Valiant. But I would imagine that he doesn't do what I thought he would do, which is going into Tinglu. So I'm gonna be Terra Ghosting, which means that I'm gonna be taking less from potential Ice Beam. And if he's Wakamberry, then I wanna say +2 should kill it right away. He goes for Skill Swap. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm glad I went for the Nasty Plot, because now he could not obviously be immune to this shit. Okay, we have some sauce this week. That's pretty cool. Skill Swap. But now I'm Modest +2. So like, I think I just go for Terra Blast Ghost here, right? If he goes into Tinglu, I kill it after. So we are going for a Modest Terra Blast, the Life Orb. And this will hurt pretty much everything barring the Tinglu, but like, unless he's red card on it, which would force me out after hitting it, I should be fine. He does go for Take Heart. So you have 2 attacking moves then. This should do a lot. Yeah, that did a lot to it. And I will go for this again. He's only +1. And be able to weaken this guy already is really nice, because I was kind of worried about dealing with this Manaphy if I lose my Thundurus earlier in the game. But really cool, this Skill Swap. I haven't seen that being used. He goes for Scald, which was a critical hit. Crit burn. Oh, Nexus, why you get all the shenanigans on me, huh? This is not the Nexus I was. Usually Nexus gets shenanigans like that, but he said no, today is a different day. Jesus. Okay, so that crit means that I basically trade out with that mana fee. So, not necessarily what I was hoping for, because the Thunderous set was supposed to hopefully get another kill. And I wanted to kill the Tinglu with it. So, that's not ideal. But I do have few things to like force the Tinglu to take damage with. Who do I go to next? I feel like I may have to go into Rayquaza to pressure the Tinglu, because Tinglu matches up really well versus most of my guys. I think that's the play. Yeah. I wanna match up versus Tinglu well, yeah. Speaking of which, there it comes, the Moose. Which is a very annoying mon for me to break, even with 2 fighting types. So we are gonna just go for the Dragon Ascent here. So I want all the damage in the world for this, and he may just go for a hazard here, and I wanna punish for that. My best way of punishing it is just force it to take damage here. So we go for the Dragon Ascent. Which will hopefully do a lot to this. I'm gonna actually pull up a calc versus it, ready to go. If it's physically defensive, I'm doing like 37 to 44%. If it's Pedef, that should probably mean it's 2 at KO'd. Yeah. Spedev variant should be 2 at KO, so we'll get an idea of his spread after this hit goes off, unless he swaps out. And his only response to this is the Magearna, which we probably will be seeing here, right? Oh, we see Yuxi. Okay. He wanted to cover like a potential Earthquake play. But this will do a lot to you. Yeah, that did a lot. Getting this damage off on Yuxi is really nice. It is Rocky Helmet as I thought. It is good damage for getting this to Yuxi, because the sooner this guy goes down, the sooner my Samazenta is gonna be having an easier time here. I think I go for another hit. I don't really want to swap around versus this guy. So I'll just go for another hit. Like that did a good chunk to Yuxi. Like I brought a pretty offensive team into him because I knew he has a lot of like solid bulk that can be really annoying for my team. Like the Yuxis, the Tinglus, potentially the Magearnas, but we killed the Yuxi right away, which is really good. This might give an intel that the Magearna might be like maybe a setup set of some kind, and maybe that's why he's being like a little irritated, like not happy to swap into it right away on versus this guy. But Salamence is taking a lot of recall, but while taking the recall we have been able to kill some things down. But still no damage on the Tinglu. We see the Magearna coming out. Now, how do I want to approach you? Do I want to just hit you while I can? Or do we want to like swap out versus you? I have you with Roar in case you are set up. And Body Press will do nice chunk to you in itself. I want to keep Incineroar around for the Necrozma. Do I need to preserve you is the question, because I could also just go for a massive hit like Overheat. And depending on this Magearna set, it could die. I kinda wanna go for the Overheat. His Scarf with it. Okay. Or his timid nature with it. Or is it Scarf? It's Scarf. Scarf Magearna. Okay. So then that might mean that Okay, it's Choice Scout Magear now with Dazzling Gleam. I mean, that gives me opportunity to go into Incineroar and Parting Shot out. So you surely don't stay in, you swap into Tinglu every time. And that gives me Samacenta to go into. I think that's how I approach this. I could also just go for the knockoff here and try to get rid of this thing's Scarf. Because it is +1, and if I let it do too much work here, it can get a little hairy. I just don't really see you staying in when you have Tinglu. Or even Salamence to go into. So I think I Parting Shot. Yeah, he withdraws. I expecting the Tinglu. Yeah. Okay. So now it means that his Earthquakes will do less damage to me. Now, how do I want to approach this? Do I go into my Valiant? Cause I have Destiny Bond for Magearna. And I can knock off the other guys. Valiant might be better. Because Andreas would force potential immense to coming, it might be able to start sending up on me. I think we go into Valiant. Because basically I want to be able to hit this guy, and I really doubt he would want to stay in here. And if I can Destiny Bond eliminate one of the pieces from his side with Destiny Bond, I'll happily take that. So I'll just go for close combat here. Choice Scout Magearna is definitely a spooky thing to deal with in late game. And that would make sense why he wasn't willing to swap into it with the Rayquaza, but I guess by staying in I at least got the information that is Scarf, but it would have been nice to keep it around just in case of me needing extreme speed for Salamence. But I do have Lacking Tail to slow it down, and for Magearna in itself I can remove its Scarf by Lacking Tail, so I have still ways to remove one of those bits. He does stay in, and that did a lot with CC. So I've been able to weaken the Tinglu, as he does have Heavy Slam. Oh, but we live! Oh, thank God for the Parting Shot, we lived. That's huge. Because now whatever comes after I can Destiny Bond, and now I already eliminated Tinglu, essentially. That's huge. Oh, I'm so happy. That's so clutch. Parting Shot coming in clutch there from Dea, aka Incineroar. Okay. So ideally my Valiant is able to go like 2 and 1. It's killing the Tinglu and whatever comes after. Like, I doubt you will have a reason to preserve this anymore, considering it's low, so low. Like, I would imagine that's the case. Yeah, you let this go. Cool. So the Tinglu is dead. And if Salamence comes in, I can always press Destiny Bond first, because if he sets up, I can encore it after. So that's pretty close. I hope he goes into Magearna, because I can just Destiny Bond it. Because like, realistically he should be able to live a hit from me, so he could honestly go into Magearna here. Okay, he goes into Necrozma. What does this mean for me? Do I knock this off? Or do I hard withdraw here? A knockoff should do a lot to you, right? And if your weakness policy Trick Room, I have Incineroar to outslow you. I'm gonna hover into knockoff in case the timer starts to go low, so I press it. Worst case scenario, but let me do a calculation versus this Necrozma. Knockoff would do like 74%. Yeah, that's pretty good damage, I would say. So let's go for that. He's Colbo Berry, okay. Okay. Is he Trick Room with it though? No, he Earth Power, so I wish I Destiny Bond there then. Okay, but I know that he is not the... Okay. I know he's not the then he's not powered Meteor Beam, so am I better off going to my Incineroar now to go for a knockoff? I wanna say yes. I wanna say that's the case. So we go for the knockoff here. We are adamant, we are Brave Nature with this, with good amount of attack investment. So I wanna say this should kill it. As he goes for Earth Power again. Yep. And that takes it out. Okay. I think the best case scenario might be that I hope he goes into the Salamence maybe first. That might be what I hope for. This Magearna. Yeah, Salamence comes in. I think I always Parting Shot here. He's also Intimidate. I'm pretty sure that's what happened just now, right? Yeah, he's Intimidate. And not Moxie. So I will just Parting Shot here. As he just goes for Earthquake, okay. So now what needs to happen is that I think we go into Klefki to get up the Reflect first. I think that's how this has to go down, right? And versus like Magearna, Flare Cannon or Dazzling Gleam into my Necrozma. Or my Samacenta rather. Body Press should 2 at KO. So we go into Christopher. This is the Klefki. I'm expecting him having to Terralize here. Because I could be Pranks to Thunderwave. Salamence with Earthquake into Klefki. Because he's not Terra Crown, I should be able to take the hit just fine. So we Reflect this turn. And then I can start playing it if he starts to set up. As we get up the Reflect. And he goes for Earthquake. Yep, we take that just fine. I think what needs to happen is that if the Magearna is fully offensive, do I ever need spikes for my Samacenta? Spikes won't make a difference versus it. So I think for now we 4-play this for damage. If he Dragon Dances, I can always Lacking Tail after. Like, switch Zero Lacking Tail into him. It's a very close game though. I'm happy that we are the first game I get to play versus Nexus. It's such a tight game. He does go for the Dragon Dance here. He sees the temptation going for it, seeing how little that did. But now the 4-play will do even more. Yep. That did like half. Do I need to even actually, now considering, do I need to even give this Lacking Tail? I think I have to, considering if crit happens. And then I switch Zero assuming I stay alive versus the Makirna and remove the Scarf. I think that's how we play it, right? Like Klefki versus Salamence. I am currently at 68% and he's +1. Yeah, we switch Zero here. Let's see what his item was. Heavy duty boots, okay. Earthquake comes off. We'll live it. Let's go, Christopher. Nice amount of HP on top of it. And now I can 4-play. And then I can switch Zero, remove Makirna's Scarf, and then my Samacenta outpaces it, and hopefully 2-hit KOs with Body Press. That's the end game. I switch Zero regardless versus the Makirna. That's huge. And now that this element is sterilized also, it's not like resisting Body Press anymore either. We 4-play, kill the Mens, and now all I need to do versus Makirna is switch Zero and eliminate the Choice Scarf. So it cannot like get the hits off versus my Samacenta first. So I'll be faster than it and hopefully just take care of it from there. Incredible game thus far. I'm like, this is like one of the better ways for this game to go on. Like, it's going down to the wire. So I'm really happy that this wasn't like a first game with a person that I really love watching. And it turns out to be like a haxy fest or a slaughter in one way or another. It's like it's a really coming down to a wire. Now I just go for the switch Zero, eliminate the Scarf, right? That's all we do. That's all I need to do, right? Give it nice little boots, fancy boots for Makirna. You're gonna be certainly welcome for that. And unfortunately it's gonna get the Soul Heart boost, but ideally 2 Body Presses will take it out still. I'll be surprised considering if it's Scarf that it wouldn't take him out, but we'll see. Yep, now we eliminate the Choice Scarf from you. Yep, there's the Scarf. And he goes for Dasking Gleam. And that will certainly take us out. And now, it will be Uber versus Uber at the very end. Samacenta, I need you to come through here, my man. And 2-hit KO this Makirna with Body Press. Alright, Andreas. I've been preserving you all this time. And let's close this one out with 2 Body Presses. First one coming out. Because your Choice Scarf, I really want to think this should definitely 2-hit KO. And thank God we were able to eliminate the Choice Scarf from this, because if this was still Choice Scarfed, we would have been potentially cooked. I think potentially we would have been cooked here by this. Great set by being Choice Scarf as well. I didn't expect it Choice Scarf in this matchup, but it definitely put the pressure on me. And it makes sense because my team as a whole is a little fairy weak. So putting a Choice Scarf on a strong fairy type, yeah, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense to do that. I wonder what he's calking right now. We go for the body press. Nice looking 2-hit KO as he goes for the Flare Cannon. Does not take us out. Wonderful. Andreas, my boy. I was worried about the critical hit there. I was a little worried about it when I saw the Flare coming out, but it won't happen. And we do win 1-0. Great game to Nexus. Make sure to check him out. If somehow you... I don't know. It's really weird for me to say somebody, from my perspective, to go check somebody out when he has so many followers and subscribers and viewers, but of course it's kind of like a part of the thing that you need to do when you're a YouTuber, so make sure to check out Nexus. He's a fantastic entertainer when it comes to battling. I wish I had his energy as well. Like he has the package when it comes to like entertaining while doing the games, and this was a great example that he is improving a lot in Generation 9. This was a fantastic offensive game and every single turn counted. So I'm very happy, obviously, from winning, but also how the game turned out to be. And next week I'm going up against Keegan, and he has a Lunala. So I go from facing Necrozma Downwings into a Lunala for the following week. So that's gonna be terrifying, but I'm sure I have to come out with some sort of strategy to beat that one out and continue this winning streak. We are 4-2. So players are looking a little bit brighter than they did earlier in the season. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.